Hi everyone, I'm Snow. Welcome back to my channel. Some of you might know that I have been practicing interview coaching since August 2020. I specialize in behavioral-based interviews, and I have extensive experience in hiring, supervising, and coaching in public and non-for-profit sectors. Today, I want to talk about how to prepare behavioral-based interview questions using the STARR method. STARR stands for Situation, Task, Action, Result, and I added another R for Reflection. This is a commonly used method for preparing behavioral-based questions. And what is behavioral-based questions? Usually, the interview panel will ask you a question based on your past experience. For example, if the interview panel wants to know your analytical thinking skills, they might ask, please tell us about a time that you analyzed a complicated problem. And today we'll do a deep dive to see how you use the STARR method when answering those questions. Let's look at situation first. In terms of situation, you want to give enough details so the interview panel knows that what was the challenge you were facing. And it's better to include when and where the situation happened, and also who was involved. You can definitely provide more context if this information is critical. The question I asked earlier about analytical thinking, you can say, during my third year at university our professor asked us to analyze what's the correlation between gas price and interest rate. And if you like to provide more context, you can say, this is a team task, or you can say, this is a solo ask. Each person has to complete their own analysis. In this way, the interview panel will understand if this is a group task or if this is a one-person task. And the second part is describing the task. When describing this, you want to specifically talk about what kind of task you need to accomplish. What was your role if this is a group task? You need to explain how were you involved, what you expect to achieve in the end. Following up with our previous example, since this is a group task, we are a team of 4 people, and I took the initiative to become the leader of the group. The team has to analyze the correlation between gas price and interest rate. As a team, we have to produce a PowerPoint presentation and a short essay explaining the relationship. And let's move to the action part, which is the most important part of your example. You want to give enough details about what were your actions and why you took them, and who did you interact with in order to achieve your results. And talk about the challenges and how you resolve them during your action. I also find it's helpful to summarize your actions in steps. Let's continue with our previous example. Since this specific question is more about analytical thinking, then it has to demonstrate your skills to show how you analyze the problem. So I will focus on the part that I use most of my analytical thinking. I would say, since I'm the team lead, I decided to take the role in order to examine the correlationship. I asked the team to collect the information for the past 5 years of the oil and gas price on a quarterly basis, and then I asked the team to also collect information about the interest rate over the past 5 years as well. And I asked the team to collect information about other economic variants that might have an impact on the oil and gas price. And step 2, and once we have collected all the possible variants, I've decided I use 2 to 3 different models in order to examine the correlation between oil, gas, and the interest rate. The models I've used are, and then I'll list all the names of the models. Step 3, once I run all the models, I've noticed that the results are very consistent. There is no direct relationship between oil, gas price, and interest rate, which was different from our assumptions. So I decided to take a deeper analysis. Maybe there's something else that I didn't take into consideration during modeling. This is the part where you can talk about the challenges that you have noticed during your action, and then explaining you took further action in order to help with your analysis. Step 4, as a team, I asked my team members to examine my models, and then we had more reviews in literature in order to identify some of the other possible variants that might impact my analysis. In the end, we found out one of the variants we have added to the model have a negative impact, so we decided to take it out from the model. And then I rerun my models, and this time I finally received a satisfying result. Step 5. Once the result is finalized, I asked 2 of my team members to start on the PowerPoint presentation and asked the other team member to focus on writing the essay with me. And I carefully reviewed the model and result again in order to achieve 100% accuracy. Step 6. Once we each complete our task, we reviewed each other's work, and I put together everything we have analyzed and submitted to our professor. And let's move to the result section. You want to describe the result of your action and the result of the event. Describe what happened, what you have accomplished, and what you learned. In the end, the team presented at the class. I took the initiative to become the presenter and shared our result with our classmates and answered some challenging questions from the audience. Our essay also scored a really good grade. I was so happy that as a team we were able to resolve such a complicated question, and then I was able to use all the models that I learned from our textbook and applied to actual daily work. Last but not least, let's talk about reflection. So this is the part where I would be talking more about what I have learned throughout the experience, and I think this part you can also talk about what can be improved next time. Following our previous example, I would say through this practice, I really learned how to first work as a team, second, how to apply something that we learned into our daily life, and that's really important to me because then once I graduate from school, I can use all the knowledge that I've learned from school at work. I was really happy that I got to handle so much data, and I was able to use the software to analyze those data. What I could have done better is that during the literature review part, I could have been more careful so we didn't make the first mistake. And then at the very end, I would say, thank you for listening, that's my answer. In this way, you really show the interview panel the detailed situation, task, action, result, and reflection. I also want to speak about the importance of practicing before going to an interview. If you know that there will be behavioral-based questions, I suggest to prepare those examples beforehand. And if you already know what are the competencies that they were looking for, I would prepare 1 to 2 examples for each of those competencies. Once you have those examples, it's the best to continue practice in front of a mirror or with a friend or with the interview coach like me. In that way, you can improve your confidence. Nowadays, lots of interviews are online, so I would also suggest to practice in front of the computer to look at the camera. It's definitely uncomfortable to stare at a little camera on your computer, so if you practice with your friend or interview coach, they can help you to practice your eye contact, your interview manner, and also provide valuable feedback in terms of your examples. I usually run mock interview and feedback sessions so I can help my clients so they all feel like they're in an interview and ask questions and they give me their answers, and at the end I provide feedback to the answers. And I also give some advice in terms of interview manners. If you're seeking help for your next interview, please feel free to reach out to me. I will also leave my website on the description so you can check it out. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any question, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. Please subscribe to this channel for more career and interview tips. Thank you for watching.